Well, hi, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our total physical response class. This activity is for the subject English teaching methods and approaches, and our team is formed by me, Jennifer Telles, and my partner, Helen Magaña. So let's start with the topic. First, let's talk about in what consists the total physical response method. Well, it's a language teaching method built around the coordination of speech and action. It attempts to teach language through physical activity. So basically, it's learn something by physical movements or gestures. It was developed by James Asher, who feels that adults should recapitulate the processes by which children acquire their native language. So this author thought that adults can also learn a second language using the same processes as when they were learning their mother tongue. It involves game-like movements, reduce learner stress. He believes and creates a positive mood in the learner, which facilitates learning. So basically, he thought that if you were learning something in a more fun way, it can facilitate your learning. And what about approach? Well, this method uses an structural view. It reflects a grammar-based view of language. Asher states that most of the grammatical structure of the target language and hundreds of vocabulary items can be learned from the skillful use of the imperative by the structure. He views the verb, and particularly the verb in the imperative, as the central linguistic motif around which language use and learning are organized. So basically, it uses a structural view and is based on grammar structure. And now let's talk about the objectives. First, about the method. Well, the general objectives of this method are: first, teach oral proficiency at a beginning level. 2, comprehension is a means to an end. And the third one is about that teach basic speaking skills. And also the total physical response course aims to produce learners who are capable of an uneven communication that is intelligible to a particular speaker. And now the objectives about the activity is that the students can learn the parts of the body through gestures that they can relate to the vocabulary that is being taught in order to make learning more meaningful. Also make learning more fun. And what about the subject matter and linguistic matter? Where related to the subject matter is that our topic is the parts of the body, and about the linguistic, we use vocabulary about parts of the body, also imperative sentences.
The learning tasks and teaching activities that this class have is the signaling commands and repetition of the names of each part of the body. Next, please. And the role of the learners in this method is that the students just listen and understand the instructions that the teacher gives. And also the students need to follow all the instructions, obviously. And the learners are also expected to recognize and respond to novel combinations of previously thought items, and they are they monitor and evaluate their own progress. Next, please. The role of the teacher. The teacher are the person active in and the direct role in this method in the total physical response. And he is who decide what to teach and are basically he is the model of this method. He organized all the materials that he will use, and teachers should also allow speaking abilities to develop in learners at the learner's own natural pace. Also, he needs to avoid to narrow a tolerance for heroes on the speaking. The role of instructional materials, as you can read, and in this method, it's not necessary to use text or some activities that is in papers. This it's a little more with commands, with the voice and actions, and maybe in the future, or if the teacher wants, can use some some things like books, pens, cups, or things that it's in the around it. The age and level of the students that this class is, um, it's for students in the first level, for the third grade primary students.
Well, now let's move on to the activity. Where, well, our activity consists in teach the parts of the body, but using some gestures. So first, I'm going to be the teacher and my partner Helen is going to be the student. So let's start. First, welcome Helen to the class. Our topic today will be the body parts. So let's start to learn some vocabulary about that. So first we have the head, and it's the eyes, the ears, the hands, the arms, the legs, and eyebrows, the nose, the mouth, the lips, the tongue, and the foot. And now please repeat after me. Let's start. The head, the eye,
Eyes,
the ears,
ears,
hands,
hands,
arms,
arms,
legs,
legs,
eyebrow,
eyebrow,
the nose,
nose,
mouth,
mouth,
the lips,
lips,
the tongue,
tongue,
and the foot.
foot.
Now let's move on to play some little game that is Simon Says. I'm going to give you a sentence and you have to do the action. So for example, raise your right arm and you will raise your arm. Now touch your nose, stick out your tongue, move your hands, close and open your eyes. Did you understand the instructions?
Yes, I understand.
Well, let's play the game. Simon says, touch your nose. Simon says, stick out your tongue. Simon says, raise your right arm. Move your hands. Well, I didn't say Simon says. So, now, Simon says, close your eyes, open your eyes, and I think that's it for our presentation. Thank you so much for your attention.